Welcome to Fortune and Glory, Turn 8. I have a couple of corrections to make. One of them slightly major, but it's not irreparable. What's happened was the Inquisitor, at the end of Turn 6, retrieved an artifact, the Crown of Atlantis, I believe it was, and the Acolytes during the end phase, that turn should have had 2 successes each because that increased the power of the Order of the Crimson Hand, and I only put 1 success on the artifacts. So the sad thing is the artifact here that Lee was desperately trying to get and got stuck on the very last danger in a cliffhanger, unfortunately goes away and the Crimson Hand has collected it. So let's go over to the artifact table and have a look. Okay, so sitting here at the artifact table, you'll notice right now, as the end of turn 7, I had this as 3 successes. However, there should have been an extra success on this Shadow of Monkey God, and in fact, the Crimson Hand Acolyte manages to retrieve this and laughs at Lee as she is stuck in the quicksand. And the symbols on here are the same as another artifact the Crimson Hand already has. So they do not get any extra powers. They don't need them anyway. And of course, when we do that, we need to replace the artifact on the board. So this is all should have been happening at the end of turn 6. So we're going to get the Dagger of the Gods. Ooh, this is good. Now, if this can come out in a location close to our adventuring heroes, we may stand a chance of snapping it, selling it, and possibly winning the game. All right, but we have to find out where it appears on the board. And it shows up in Germany. Okay. I think that's good, depending on the rolls. So I'm going to put that over in Germany, which is actually not too bad. All right. Now that kind of clears up the end of turn 6 / into turn 7. So now let's go over back to the board and start the beginnings of turn 8. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of turn 8. And of course the first thing we need to do is we need to roll initiative. White for Lee, red for Angel. And Lee, holding with tradition, rolls a 1 on initiative. She will be going second. However, because she rolls a 1, she gets an event card. Ooh, this sounds good. Play on any hero to allow them to immediately draw a gear card, or play to give any, well, she is, needs a gear card? I think she is going to play this immediately, as in right now, on Angel Espinosa. And she's going to, Angel then collects a gear, and Angel has found some dynamite. I guess she got the dynamite out of the Crimson Hand Dark Sanctuary as she was looting it. And this automatically do D6 wounds to an enemy or villain in the space, ignoring defense, or discard to cancel any blocked event or automatically succeed at a blocked test. Okay, well, that's a pretty good item if she can get in the same space as a villain, and she can do the whack-a-mole. Okay, that is the initiative phase, and now it is time for movement. And again, white for Lee, red for Angel. And Lee gets 5 movement this turn. Angel has 3, and I believe that's good for us. So Lee has 5 movement, and she is going to go, why not, right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an Acolyte sitting on that artifact, but maybe she can steal it out from under him. And Angel now has a movement of 3. She moves out of Paris. 1, 2, heads into Germany to try to look for the Dagger of the Gods, the new artifact that just showed up. All right, that's the initiative, and that's movement phases. Now we're on to adventure. All right, adventure phase. And of course, the one thing I did forget to mention was as the Crimson Hand at the end of turn 6 retrieved that artifact, they get 2 more points. So instead of being at 10 points right now, they're at 12. So they're getting, again, dangerously close to 15 to win the game. Our heroes have 15 fortune. So things looking pretty close. All right, adventure time. Angel Espinosa goes first. Angel is over in Germany trying to get the Dagger of the Gods. Her first danger. Okay, this sounds awful, but I think it's good for her. It's an ancient trap. And it says she will need to make a lore check 4+ 3 times. Well, again, she gets a +2 adventure dice on any tech and trap test. So while this is not great, her lore is 2, and she has +2 is going to give her 4. So putting that all together means she's got 4 dice. She needs 3 successes on a 4+. Come on, you can do this. Oh, wow. Okay, no problem at all. Passes it on 1 roll. This could have been a deadly test. All right, 2 potential glory. And what's nice, that artifact only needs 2 successes to be retrieved. So that's 1 success for Angel, 1 danger passed. On to the next one. Oh, wow. Again, well, this is, spoke too soon. Now this is Deadly Trap. But again, it is a trap. So she can either use Cunning of 5, it says Lore or Cunning. So why is it deadly? Okay. All right, so it's a deadly trap. It is a trap. She has a Cunning of 3, and she will get to use again +2 dice because she gets to add +2 to any trap test. So that's going to give her a total of 5 dice to roll for Cunning. She needs to pass 2 tests of 5+. All right, let's see if her luck can hold out. So total 5 dice. She needs 5s to succeed. She gets 1. That was pretty close. Now it's not deadly, so she gets to roll again. She needs 1 more success. And she gets another 1. Wow. Getting pretty close, even with the extra dice. So this has been passed. Way to go. So she has done it. She has succeeded the second danger. She gets 4 glory for that. So she's going to get a total of 6 glory because she's finished now with that adventure. And she has retrieved, very easily I guess, just luck of the pick, she has retrieved the Dagger of the Gods. And it's worth 4 fortune. Now if she can sell it at a major city, it will be worth 5 fortune. And that would be the victory. So we have to see now what Lee is doing. Lee now is over here with an acolyte looking for the Book of Ferox. And I should not have moved Lee because I have to retro that. She was, I believe, up in Siberia, and she was stuck in quicksand. So her adventure right now is trying to get out of the quicksand. Sorry about that. And she needs either a Lore 6+ or Cunning 6+. She has 3 dice for Cunning. So she's going to see if she can get a 6 on that. Well, let's see if she can do it. She does. She gets out of the quicksand. And that gives her 2 glory immediately. And she passes that danger. So 2 glory. And she now has 4. Now that is the end of our adventurer's adventure phase. So now when we come back, we have to deal with the villain phase. All right, here we are at the villain phase, my favorite. And I'll try and get things in the right order this time. And of course, the first thing we need to do in the villain phase is we need a villain event card. Oh, man. Vile Tactics. Roll once on the Vile Organization's tactics chart. Move the villain track 1 step forward. Well, you know what? Lee says, discard to cancel an event, villain event, or city card. So Lee takes the wrench. I'm assuming it's a monkey wrench. So she puts a monkey wrench into the Crimson Hand's plan. So we cancel that villain event card. So that's good. That does not happen. However, we do need to do the outpost phase. Now, the only outpost we have now is still in Chicago. So we're just going to roll 1 dice and see if another one of those rotten, crimson, creepy acolytes come out. And, of course, they do, out of 4, 5, 6. So, out comes another acolyte. He's going to go on the Helmet of the Ancients. which is right here. Okay, that is the outpost phase. Now it's the villain adventure step. And this time, the Inquisitor is ready to come out onto the board. And he is going to come out on the Helmet of the Ancients. It's the highest priced item out on the board right now. And I should have removed this. That was the artifact that Angel collected in Germany. Okay, that's the Inquisitor coming out. Crowley, who was knocked out, his status now changes to delayed. Actually, I should have done him first. Then the Inquisitor comes out, and now it's Joey Smiles. Now, unfortunately for us, Joey Smiles is sitting on the Mask of Power. He only needs 3 more successes to collect that artifact. He collects an artifact, and the Crimson Hand goes from 12 points to 14. So, and his search value is 5. So he has 5 dice. Come on, 5 ones. Well, he only had 2 successes, and he takes 1 wound. So I'm going to immediately stick a wound on him. He now has 2, a total of 6. He gets 2 more successes. Sorry, Joey, not quite enough to retrieve the Mask of Power. The Mask of Power. That's 4 successes. He needed 5. Whew. We dodged a bit of a bullet on that one. That is now the end of the villain's adventure step. And now we go to the end phase. So, at the start of the end phase, let's go over to the artifacts and have a look. Alright, here we are in the artifacts, and we have a couple of acolytes. Wow, we're just on the verge of losing and or winning. It's hard to say. Alright, well, because of the power of the artifacts the Crimson Hand has already collected, it means each acolyte is going to have 2 successes for each artifact. Now this one already has 2 on it. It's a 5. Then he's going to add 2 more for 4. So next turn he's collecting that artifact. This one, the Helmet of Ancients with our newly placed acolyte, needs 3 dangers to pass. He gets 2 successes. Again, 1 away from collecting it. So that's good, I guess. And now we need to replenish the artifact. This time we get the skull of darkness, and worth 4 fortune and 5 dangers to pass it. And where is that going to appear? Let's find out. That is going to show up in China. All right. Sticking that token down on the board in China. All right. That, I think, should finish off the end phase. So, let's go over to the Crimson Hand board, see if anything exciting has happened this turn, and I don't think it actually has. Let's go check. All right, here we are at the Crimson Hand board. Apologize for the glare here. Can't do too much about it. They have 1 fortune at their headquarters. They did not collect any artifacts this turn, so I think they're just going to sit on 12. They're not going to move anywhere. So that's good for us. And Lee threw the monkey wrench into their villainous plans, so it canceled that villain event card. Otherwise, they would have gone up to 13. I wanted to cancel that card because if they'd gone to 13 and Joey Smile successfully collected the artifact, then we would have lost. However, that did not happen. All right, we'll go back to the board, a little bit of recap, and that will be the end of turn 8. Okay, here we are at the end of turn 8. Wow, that was touch or go there. Very successful turn for Lee and Angel. Sorry, I forgot Lee was stuck in her quicksand cliffhanger. So I moved her incorrectly. However, I did fix that. And Angel able to collect the artifact that came out. Again, sort of out of order because I had messed up sort of the end of turn 6 and a little bit in turn 7. And I apologize for making all these errors. I hope I've cleared them up with either bubble notes or at the beginning of each episode to let you know what I did incorrectly, so that if you're trying to learn the game or follow along, I'm actually making the attempt to get the rules as correct as possible. I appreciate anyone leaving comments to let me know what I'm not doing correct, because it helps for everyone else. Okay, that's the end of turn 8. Wow, I'm hopeful that our adventuring heroes, I'm hoping Angel can sell that artifact next turn. That would, I think, give us the win, because if she can go to a major city, she's one step away from Berlin, so that's a major city, and she doesn't get knocked out in a city adventure or something, then we have high hopes of possibly pulling it off. I think if we don't pull it off next turn, the villains are certainly going to just overwhelm us. They are going to collect 3 artifacts at the end of next turn. I don't think there's any way to stop that. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Join me next time for turn 9.